So we all know at this point, Young Posse self-write their songs, and they just came back, and guess what they did? They self-wrote their rap lyrics. Except there's more to that. As the title insinuates, they kind of called out the rest of the industry. At least I like to interpret it as that, because I think it can be interpreted as that, with them saying this quote right here, like literally front page at the end of the music video, which I interpret as, you know, rappers should write their own raps, you know, artists should write their own lyrics. Yeah, no. I'm half sure that it's the music video producers for Young Posse that are saying F you AI. I'm pretty sure that's what the forefront meaning of it is, the most obvious meaning. But, you know, based on what Young Posse did this album, I think it could also be interpreted as artists write their own music as well, because Young Posse, first off, have joined a very exclusive group of not only girl groups, but K-pop artists who have self-composed. So if you didn't know, Young Posse helped self-compose a couple of the songs on their new album, which is really cool that they're getting into that sphere, and they're like not only wanting to get into it, but they're being allowed to get into it by the company. But two, and this is the coolest part and the thing that I want to make this video centered on, there's 2 songs on this album that are fully self-written by Young Posse. Now, whenever we talk about self-writing credits, especially in rap on various K-pop artists' discographies, right? And we talk about the specific songs. Normally you look at the credits and they look like this. No, nothing specific to Baby Monster. This is just always the first one that pops into my head. And this is probably my favorite example where, you know, it'll be like, yeah, Asa self-writes her raps. And then you go to like the main thing and it's like Asa with 6 other random names we don't know on the lyrical credits, which, you know, this means that, yeah, Asa did help write the lyrics, but it wasn't simply just Asa sitting down, going to YG and being, here's my rap for Woke Up in Tokyo. It means that she sat down and helped write. You know, she probably assisted and gave some input on what she would want to say and everything. And they'd have people come in after and adjust and everything. And this is most usually what happens. Sometimes it'll be just the rappers on the song that help write and they just do their own verse. But very rarely do we see this. And there are a few groups that do this. Stray Kids in particular do this quite often. But I mean, we all know that they are very autonomized group in terms of writing and everything. But Young Posse, there's 2 songs on their album where the lyrical writing credits look like this. And it's cool because they fully self-wrote the lyrics. Every single lyric in Soju and in ADHD come from the 5 girls themselves, which is awesome. Not only from a general K-pop perspective, but specifically the fact that it's a girl group doing that. Now, I'm still listening to the songs, and I do like the album subjectively quite a bit. I've been listening to basically all of the songs except for Money Bank, but I'm still listening for, like, you know, the cool raps. There's not too many, you know, standouty, insane, oh my god parts. There's a few, but the biggest takeaway from this album that I think is just so cool is Young Posse have fully taken that step into not only self-producing and helping their producers, like, you know, putting their input on what they want the song to sound like musically, but also having full autonomy in their lyrics and what they want to say as a group in terms of the rappers. And that as a girl group is so cool to me and so needed in this age of K-pop. I'm so happy, and it just aligns perfectly to me that in the music video there's this screenshot right here. This is in the music video freestyle, and then they helped write every song on the album lyrically, except for one, which is Yes Sir. But this song right here, and this song right here, were both fully written by the 5 girls themselves without any outside resource coming in to proofread it or adjust it or change the lyrics or give them advice or whatever it may be, like on a credible level, right? Like something that needs to be credited. They were fully there themselves, wrote it down, and sent that in. And that is so cool to me. I'm so happy for them. This is exactly what I wanted, and I'm very much digging this Young Posse album. So I'm gonna have a bunch more content on them, but oh my god, I'm just so excited because there's not too many other groups that do that. If you want to put the names down in the comments, you can. But like self-composing groups, there's like 17, Idol, Stray Kids, AT's a bit. I mean, a bit, usually. There's a handful of others I just can't think of off the top of my head. And then self-writing raps, it's becoming more common. But in the girl group scene, it's what? Soyeon? In 5th gen, it's what? Young Posse? I guess Moonbyul does too. I just don't think of Moonbyul in previous gens because Moonbyul hasn't really rapped. And I digress. I just think this is really cool, and it definitely deserves some sort of mention because Young Posse are making waves, or should be, and this is what we should be expecting of our girl groups because we shouldn't have this, we expect boy groups to self-write their own raps, but then have this, lower pedestal for girl groups for some reason to be like, well, it's okay because they're girls groups. Like that's stupid. They should be writing their own raps too. And I want to hear this self-autonomy from the girl groups of K-pop because it's so cool to hear songs like Soju and ADHD and everything. And the self-composed ones, like Same Shit, Another One. I think it's so cool. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts on the Young Posse album are. I'll have some stuff more specifically on the rapping probably and what I think about each song. But yeah, overall, really cool album. If you haven't checked it out yet, I do highly recommend it. It is really good. But yeah, shout out to all these amazing Patreons scrolling on the screen. If you would like to support me, enjoy Patreon. The link is in the description. I don't do too much on there. It is mainly just for supporting me and being like, Matt, I appreciate your content and I want to help you out. Here's $5. I would very do appreciate it. I do upload some reactions. I upload the stream VOD, so you can see my first reaction listening to this entire Young Posse album up there. Stuff like that. But yeah, thank you all for being here, guys. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful rest of your summer. And see ya.